here outside of Bridgestone Arena with Tennessee legend Dane Bradshaw, now an analyst with the SEC Network. Dane, you had a chance to talk with Coach Barnes today. What did you think about Coach Barnes' presentation? What did you pick up out of what he had to say?
Coach was awesome on the set. Anybody in the media says Barnes is the best. No coach speak. If they're not any good, he'll tell you they're not any good. If they're pretty good, he'll tell you they're pretty good. No beating around the bush. But I think he's excited about where they are right now compared to where they were last year at this point. And if you think back to last year, he was having to teach way more fundamentals and principles than he imagined, because taking over a team for Donnie Tyndall, it's not that Tyndall did a bad job, but it was primarily 2-3 zone, which all of a sudden Coach Barnes come in and he doesn't want to play that. So he's got to teach all these new principles, and it took time to do that. So right now, yes, they've lost Kevin Punter, Amani Moore, and they bring in a new crop of guys, but as far as what they've implemented into their offense, defense, he thinks they're ahead of schedule than they were a year ago.
Well, they certainly have a challenging preseason schedule before the SEC play starts, Dane. What are some keys that we should look for with this Rick Barnes teams in terms of Tennessee maybe maneuvering itself into the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I asked Coach Barnes on his philosophy as far as, well, why do you schedule so hard before your program is maybe ready for that schedule? He said, there was a saying when I grew up that if you want to run with the big dogs, you better get off the porch. And he said, that's what we have to do to be a national program. We got to go play national teams. And look, Griff, you knew this covering my Tennessee days. To have a good, successful season and somewhat overachieve, you got to win the games you're supposed to win and win a couple you're not supposed to win. And so the more tough games you have on your schedule, the more opportunities Tennessee has to pull off an upset here or there, whether it's Gonzaga, North Carolina. And so you never know what can happen. Regardless, it'll be a great experience given the young crop of players, because there's nothing like being thrown in the fire. Yes, you can play behind seniors or you can redshirt, but there's no experience like actually being on the court, and that's what these young guys are going to get this year.